Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. My co-host Mr. Brody is here playing another game from the 1905 New York Giants season. Currently they have a 6-game winning streak, and this will be the 5th and final game, thankfully, against the Boston Beaneaters, just so we can get rid of this awful ballpark background. It's the best they have online that I could find anyway that fit into the stadium. So anyway, it's the Boston Beaneaters here against the our New York Giants. And it looks like they have George Brown on a rest here, so he's resting. So he will not be in the lineup. Instead, it will be Strang starting in right field. So without further ado, let's get this game underway.
Pitching for Boston, Kaiser Wilhelm. Leading off for New York, center fielder, Mike Donlin.
Alright, we'll try Mr. Brody over there in the third base box, kind of. So alright, so welcome to the South End Grounds 2 for today's game between the New York and Boston. New York has won 6 straight, 9 of the last 10. Dummy Taylor takes the mound for New York. He's made 7 starts on the year and is 3-1 with an ERA of 3.20. It'll be his 3rd start against Boston. He's 2-0 with a 2.00 earned run average against Boston. I believe he's pitched 2 complete games. Not quite sure, but I think he has. He'll be opposed by Kaiser Wilhelm for Boston. He's made 7 starts on the year and is 1-7 with an ERA of 3.71. And the Beaneaters are only 13-34. Where the Giants are 33-13. So ERA 3.71. Be a 2nd start against New York. He's 0-1 with a 2.63 against New York. So he's pitched well against New York, just hasn't been able to get a win. New York's first baseman Dan McGann is riding a 10-game hitting streak. So we'll keep track of that. And it's 80 degrees. Not quite 80 degrees here, but it was a nice spring day. I think got up to close to 60 today. So that was good. So we'll take that for April 23rd of 2018. So let's play some ball.
Play ball!
Alright, so Mike Donlin will lead it off for the Giants. He'll be followed by Sam Murte, Donlin center fielder. He'll be followed by Sam Murte as the left fielder. Batting third. You don't usually see Bresnahan there, but Bresnahan behind the plate bats third. And that's because George Brown is not in the lineup today. Switch hitting Dan McGann is at first base batting cleanup. Batting 5th, getting a start in right field, giving Brown a day off, is Sammy Strang, another switch hitter. Batting 6th is Art Devlin, the third baseman. Bill Dowling, the shortstop, will hit 7th. Billy Gilbert is a second baseman hitting 8th, and Dummy Taylor on the mound will bat 9th. So Kaiser Wilhelm on the mound for the Boston Beaneaters. Like I said, he's 1-7 with a 3.71 earned run average. He was actually only 3-23 on the season, so he's pretty much got that pace, but with a slightly better ERA. 68 innings pitched, 96 hits allowed, 1 home run, 25 walks, and 16 strikeouts. And opponents are hitting, yes, Mags, he's not doing so well. They're hitting 329 against him. So the defense behind Wilhelm is going to be Strobo, who is absolutely dreadful in left field with a 1 rating and a 1 arm. That's as bad as you can get. Cannell in center is average with an arm of 4. And Delahunty is also awful in right field. Jim Delahunty, with a 1 rating and just a 4 arm. In the infield's quite a bit better. Wolverton, Abadicio, Raymer, and Tenney left to right. Abadicio and Tenney are above average, with Wolverton average and Raymer slightly below average at second. Behind the plate, Needham is average with a 5 rating and above average arm. So Wilhelm is below average with a 3 rating. Miss Mags is in the co-host seat now. Alright. So Mike Donlin steps into the box. He's hitting .376 on the season. Not sure why we got our... See if we can straighten this out a little bit. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Looks like for some reason our field is getting cut off there a little bit. Anyway, he's hitting .376 on the season with 3 homers and 23 runs batted in. Has scored 47 runs, 10 stolen bases, and 8 doubles and 7 triples. So Donlin steps in the box. Wilhelm looks in for the sign from Needham. Here's the windup in the pitch.
Left fielder.
And he strikes out.
Mertes.
So bring up Sam Merde as the left fielder. He comes in hitting .272 with 2 homers and 28 runs batted in. And it's a fly ball to right field, going way back.
Catcher,
And Delahunty makes the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Hall of Fame catcher Roger Bresnahan up now. Comes in hitting .354 with 21 runs batted in. 32 runs scored, 10 doubles and 2 triples. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to first. Tenney up with it. Takes the bag himself.
Pitching for New York, dummy, Taylor. Leading
So
off for Boston, shortstop, Ed Abadagio.
Alright, so the Giants go in order in the first. So for the Giants, Taylor on the hill. He comes in with a 3-1 record on the season and a 3.20 earned run average. 56 innings pitched, 55 hits allowed, 2 homers, 10 walks, and 14 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .256 off of him. So the lineup for the Beaneaters is going to be Ed Abaticio, the shortstop. He'll bat first. He'll be followed by Fred Tenney, the player manager, first baseman. Batting third is right field is Jim Delahunty. He usually plays left field, but playing right field today. Rip Cannell is a center fielder hitting cleanup. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Harry Wolverton. Needham is behind the plate. I want to say it's Pat Needham. No, Tom Needham. Tom Needham behind the plate, hits sixth. Ed Raymer. Is it Ed Raymer? Oh, Fred. Fred Raymer, the second baseman, hits seventh. You think they're playing the Beaneaters enough that I should know all the names just as well. I think it's Ed Strobel. No, Ali Strobel. Ali Strobel, the left fielder, hits eighth, and Hoyt Wilhelm. That I know I got right. No, Kaiser Wilhelm. Oh my goodness. Oh, he bats ninth. So the defense behind Taylor is going to be pretty standard except for right field. Mertes, Donlin, and Strange. Not a very below average in the outfield, all three of them, with Strang being the worst at a 3 rating. Strang does have the best arm in right field, followed by Donlin and Mertes. In the infield, a bit better. Devlin is the best fielder at third base with a rating of 8. Donlin at short, 7. Gilbert, 6. And McGann, 5. Behind the plate, Bresnahan above average with a 5 arm rating. And on the hill, Dummy Taylor is below average defensively. So, alright. So that's your lineup and your defense for the Giants. So Abadicio steps into the box, hitting .255 on the season with 14 runs batted in. 20 runs scored, 10 stolen bases, 7 doubles and 4 triples. Here's the windup in the pitch by Taylor, and he strikes him out.
Fred Tenney.
So just like the Giants, the first batter for the Beaneaters strikes out. So we have an early score here. The Philadelphia Athletics lead the Washington Senators 1-0 in the first. Fred Tenney up to the plate now. He's hitting .295 on the season with 11 runs batted in. He's scored 23 runs, 5 stolen bases, and just 1 extra base hit with a double. And that'll be a base hit. So Tenney is on. The first hit of the game. Oh, and he's going to try for two. So Donlin bobbles the ball, so he'll be charged with an error. Allowing Tenney to get into scoring position with one down. So Jim Delahunty up now. Comes in hitting .289 with 2 homers and 15 runs batted in. Has scored 15 runs. 3 stolen bases. 6 doubles and 2 triples. What do you think, Mr. Brody? Think they can get out of this without any damage here? I don't know, Mr. Brody's not sure. And that's going to be a fly ball. Donlin will make the catch. Tenney is a great
center fielder, Rip Kennel.
Diving catch. Great diving catch by Donlin. So Tenney, who was almost at third base, has to hurry back. Gets back safely. So 2 down now for Rip Cannell. Rip Cannell hitting .301 with 15 runs batted in, 22 runs scored, 4 stolen bases, with 6 doubles and 3 triples. Strike 1 at the knees. And that, ooh! Looked like it was going to get through, but Donlin made a nice play there. So that saved the run. So Philadelphia now leads Washington 2-0 in the first. Philadelphia still batting. So Dan McGann is running a 10-game hitting streak, comes to the plate. He's hitting .304 now with 2 homers and 44 runs batted in. 24 runs scored, 8 stolen bases with 7 doubles and 5 triples. See if he can extend that hitting streak right away. And he... Oh my goodness! And he does with authority. Belts went out. Looks like it might be an inside the park home run that's off the wall. We're going to 92% chance. We're going to go for the inside the Parker. And he'll be safe. So Dan McGann extends his hitting streak with authority there with an inside the park home run. That deserves some ice cream there. So Sammy Strang up now. Strang getting a start in right field for George Brown, who has the day off. Hitting .286 with a homer and 11 runs batted in 35 at-bats. Has a double and a triple. And 8 runs scored. And nice stop by the second baseman.
Third baseman
Raymer over to first. So second inning now, Philadelphia 2-0 over Washington. So that'll bring up Art Devlin with 1 down. Devlin hitting .246 on the season with 25 runs batted in, 24 runs scored, 8 stolen bases, and 4 doubles and 4 triples. And that'll drop in there for a base hit. So Devlin on with a 1-out single. And Bill Dowling comes to the plate. He's riding a 7-game hitting streak. I think we're going to go for a stolen base here. Devlin did steal 59 bags. Though Needham does have kind of a good arm, but we're gonna risk it here. So he gets a jump off of the pitch, and he'll be nailed by Needham. So Devlin is gunned down by Needham for the second out of the inning. So Bill Dowling up now. Dowling comes in hitting .250 with 2 homers and 34 runs batted. Has scored 28 runs, 11 stolen bases, with 7 doubles and 4 triples. And that's a little nubber. Tenney has it, flips to Wilhelm, and that'll do it. But they do get on the board on the inside the park homer by Dan McGann, who extended his hitting streak to 11 games. So Harry Wolverton, the third baseman, up now. .253 hitter on the season with 2 homers and 25 runs batted in. Has scored 16 runs, 5 stolen bases, 7 doubles and 2 triples. Here's the pitch. And that's hit the center. Dowling ranges to a right and makes the catch. So that brings up the catcher, Needham. Needham comes in hitting .250 with 8 runs batted in. has 6 doubles and a triple. Hit the left.
Second baseman
Martes goes back and makes the catch. So 2 down now. The base is empty for Fred Raymer, the second baseman. 238 on the season with 13 runs batted in. And Miss Mags come over to say hi to Mr. Brody. 15 runs scored, 5 stolen bases, 9 doubles and 2 triples. And that's popped up down the right field line. McGann gives chase, but it's out of play. So 2-2 the count now. And we have a score between the Pilgrims and the Highlanders. Pilgrims lead the Highlanders 1-0 in the first. And Raymer strikes out.
Billy Gilbert.
So first strikeout for Wilhelm. I think it was the second strikeout for Taylor. So it'll bring up Billy Gilbert, the second baseman, to lead it off in the top of the third. Giants up 1-0. Gilbert comes in hitting .235 with 16 runs batted in. 12 runs scored, stolen base, and 4 doubles. And he strikes out. So now Wilhelm has 2 strikeouts. Brings up Dummy Taylor. 4 for 20 for a 200 clip. 3 runs batted in. And he strikes out. So Wilhelm gets his 3rd strikeout. 2 down now. And here comes Mike Donlin, who's riding a 7-game hitting streak. So hitting streaks and winning streaks. Donlin gives this one a ride.
Left fielder.
And
Strabo.
And Strabo will make the catch to end the inning. So Donlin unable to extend his hitting streak in his second at bat. As the Giants go in order in the third. So to bring up Ali Strobel, the left fielder. Hitting just 174. 4 hits and 23 at bats. 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. And that's a fly ball to center. Donlin Bailey has to move and makes the catch.
Wilhelm.
So that'll be at the pitcher, Wilhelm. Wilhelm hitting 197 on the season. Does have 2 doubles and 3 runs batted in. And has scored 5 runs. Little never down in third. Great play by Devlin. Fires over to McGann for out number 2. Avadisha up now. He's 0 for 1 on the season. On the day. Taylor scoops it up. Fires the first for out number 3. So Beaneaters also go in order in the third. So we'll head to the fourth with Giants up 1-0. Right, so Sam Merte is up now. He'll lead it off for the Giants in the fourth. And he strikes out, so Wilhelm with 4 strikeouts now. That'll bring up Bresnahan, who's 0 for 1. And he'll get himself a single. So 1-out single for Bresnahan. So that'll bring up McGann, who's 1 for 1. Extended his hitting streak with an inside the park home run to put the Giants on the board. And make that 2 for 2 as he gets himself a single. We've got a chance it here. Let's chance it. So he tries for third, and he's safe. So Bresnahan takes the extra base. So they'll put runners at the corners with 1 down. So Bresnahan gets aggressive and pays off. See if they can get the run home here. So Strang 0 for 1. And inside for ball 1. 2-0 the count now. 2-1 now. As he swings and comes up empty. 3-1 the count now. And he hits a fly ball to center. They should be deep enough to get the run home. And Bresnahan will tag and score. So sacrifice fly for Strang. We'll put the... Well, I don't think it was called the sacrifice fly back then, but what you would call it now. So he puts the Giants up 2-0 now. So they'll bring up Art Devlin, the third baseman. 1 for 1 today. And it's going to be ball 1. Low. 2-0 the count now. Count goes to 3-0, so Wilhelm getting a little wild here. In there. Generous strike there, 3-1. And he'll draw the walk. First walk given up by Wilhelm today. McGann moves up to second. So they'll bring up Bill Dahlin. Still looking to extend his 7-game hitting streak. Ball 1. And that's going to be a base hit. 1 run will come in. So Dahlin gets himself an RBI single and extends his hitting streak now to 8 games. So I notice that happens a lot when the team, especially the Giants here, when they get a winning streak together, there's usually multiple hitting streaks going on at the same time. So hitting and winning go hand in hand. Who'd have thunk that? So Billy Gilbert up now. Gilbert with a chance to get an RBI here. 3-0 lead now as Dahlin gets himself an RBI single. And it's going to be ball 1 on the ground and inside, just off the ground. Swing comes up empty, 1-1. 2-1 the count now. 3-1 now. So Dahlin has 11 steals on the season. We're not going to try one here. I mean, he'll draw the walk. That'll load the bases for Dummy Taylor. See if he can help his own cause here. On the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count now, low and away. 2-1. Pops it up behind the plate. Needham gives chase, but that'll be out of play. So count even at 2 now. And he strikes him out. The Giants leave him loaded. They did get 2 runs, though. And now it's the Giants 3 and the Beaneaters nothing. So at the bottom of the 4th, the Beaneaters will have Tenney, Delahanty, and Cannell. Tenney 1 for 1 on the day. And Strang gives chase, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. Long out there. So Delahanty up now. Delahanty 0 for 1. And Strang gives chase to this one. He makes another catch on the warning track. For out number 2. Rip Cannell up now is 0 for 1. And so glove by Taylor. So over to first. So 1-3 on the putout. So after 4 full, it's 3-0 New York. Top of the order, Donlin will lead it off. 0 for 2 on the day. He's looking to extend his hitting streak. Won't get it done here as he pops out to Cannell in center. Sam Murte is 0 for 2. Strikes out. So Wilhelm now with 6 strikeouts. That's like striking out 10 nowadays. So I'll bring up Breslin here as 1 for 2. 2 down now. And he'll draw the 2-out walk. So McGann, he's 2 for 2. Come to the plate. Strike 1. Swings and comes up empty. 1-1 the count. Fly ball to right. And Delahanty is there to make the catch for out number 3. So they retire McGann for the first time today. We have another game underway. Pittsburgh and Chicago are scoreless in the first. So Harry Wolverton will lead it off in the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 1 today. A little liner to Dahlin and makes the catch for out number 1. And Needham strikes out for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Beaneater 5th. Brings up Bramer 0 for 1. And that's good. Oh, nice play by Gilbert at second. Front of the second base bag. Fires over to McGann for out number 3. So the Beaneaters go in order in the 5th, and we played 5 full, and it's 3-0 Giants. So Strang will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Gives this one a ride. Got a little under that one though, and Delahanty makes the easy catch for out number 1. Sounded good off the bat. So the the Pilgrims lead the Highlanders 2-0 in the 4th. So they bring up Devlin, who's 1 for 1. Hits into his counterpart, who fires over to first for out number 2. Bill Dowling up now. He's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI. And he'll draw the 2-out walk. So Wilhelm up to 99 pitches now. Billy Gilbert 0 for 1. Ball 1. Little numbered that the second baseman Cannell gets. Raymer gets, fires over to first to end the inning. So through 5.5, the Giants are shutting out the Beaneaters by a score of 3-0. Taylor back on the hill. He's very economical, 53 pitches through 5 innings. Strobel will lead it off. He's 0 for 1. Little number to second. Gilbert has it. Flips over to first for out number 1. Wilhelm up now, 0 for 1. And Wilhelm will get a base hit. So that brings up Aberdiscio as 0 for 2. Actually, Wilhelm will stretch it into a double. Wow. No. Mertes bobbles it. So, second error by the Giants. And Beaneaters have a runner in scoring position for Aberdiscio. Gets this one to left. This one's hit a long way, but Mertes gives chase, but that's in the crowd. Out of play. Foul ball. So 0-1 the count. 1-1 now. This one's playable for Mertes. Makes the catch as throw comes in the 3rd. Wilhelm holds at 2nd. So to bring up Tenney, see if he can extend the inning. 1 for 2. Strike 1. In the inside corner, 0-2 the count. Tenney quickly in the hole. It's this one to short. Dialing up with it over to first, and that'll do it for the Beaneaters in the 6th. So all goose eggs for the Beaneaters as we head to the 7th. Taylor will lead it off, 0 for 2. And both pitchers now each have a hit. Taylor have any stolen bases? He did not. So Donlin's still looking to extend his hitting streak, comes to the plate. Ball 1, low and outside. Strike 1 call, 1-1. And that's going to go out of play. So down the 3rd baseline. So 1-2 the count on Donlin. 2-2 now. This one's hit to right, but it'll stay in the park. And Delahanty will make the catch. So Donlin's still looking to extend his hitting streak. He may have one more opportunity. Sam Mertes is 0 for 3 up to the plate now. And that'll drop in there. Taylor will hold at 2nd, so runners on 1st and 2nd for Bresnahan. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. High and inside, ball 1. And this could be 2. Over to 2nd for 1. Back to 1st. And they turn the 5-4-3 double play. So, home half of the 7th here. 7th inning stretch time. Taylor back out on the hill for the 7th. Delahanty will lead it off, 0 for 2 on the day. It's one to Dowling. Easy play over to McGann for out number 1. Rip Cannell 0 for 2. Strang gives chase, and he makes the catch. Strang's been busy out there in right field. 2 up and 2 down for Harry Wolverton, 0 for 2. Another one, the Strang comes in for this one. And once again, the Beaneaters go in order in the 7th. So it'll be the heart of the order: McGann, Strang, and Devlin up against Wilhelm. Wilhelm up to 112 pitches through 7. And that's going to be an error on Tenney, the first baseman. And McGann will make it all the way to second. So McGann is on for the 3rd time today. Strang 0 for 3. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. 2-1 now. Count evens at 2. And that's a line right back to soft line, and Wilhelm makes the catch for out number 1. So the Pilgrims lead the Highlanders now 4-0 in the 5th. Alright, Devlin up now 1 for 2. Foul back out of play. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. And we have a National League score, which is good for us. Pittsburgh leads Chicago Cubs 1-0 in the 3rd. I believe, if I can't remember right, that if we win and Chicago Cubs lose, I think we'll be in first place by our lonesome. Not sure, but I think so. So the count 1-2 on Devlin. 2-2 now. Full count. And this one's hit to right. And that is going to be off the wall. 1 run comes in, and Devlin will end up at 3rd with an RBI triple. So 4-0 lead now. Actually, I think there might have been an error on the play. Nope. Looks like it's a straight triple. Looked like there might have been a bobble out there, but there wasn't. So the Giants extend their lead now 4-0. And we have another 4-0 as Philadelphia Athletics lead the Senators 4-0 now in the 7th. Swing and a miss for strike 1, and down is 1 for 2. Hasn't run batted in today. And that's going to be a wild pitch, and Devlin will come in to score the 5th run. So 2-1 on Dowling. It's this one to 3rd. Fires the 1st for out number 2. So Billy Gilbert, hitless on the day. Remains. Oh, looks like he'll reach on it. No. Looks like Rayner bobbles it, but stays with it and retires Gilbert for out number 3. But the Giants score 2 runs, one of them unearned, and now lead it 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Needham will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Strang comes over, but that's out of play. And he strikes him out. So 4 strikeouts on the day for Taylor. So he's had a fine game. Only allowed 2 hits to the Beaneaters today. Raymer up now, who's 0 for 2. Little number the 3rd. Devlin with it. Nice play to first. So 2 up and 2 down on the 8th. As time is running out for the Beaneaters. And the Giants looking for their 7th win in a row in a sweep of this 5-game series against the Beaneaters. Strobel 0 for 2 up now. Donlin barely has to move for out number 3, so we'll head to the 9th. With the Giants 5 and the Beaneaters nada. Taylor 1 for 3 up now. Strike 1. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. 1-2. 2-2. Number is short. And Taylor's retired for out number 1. Mike Donlin lost chance to get his hitting streak, barring a miracle comeback by the Beaneaters. Wilhelm still out there, ball 1. 2-0 the count, good hitters count. 3-0 now. And swung at a... No, he did swing at it, but it was a questionable call there. 3-1 the count. And one drops in there, so Donlin, and it's the last at bat probably of the day. Extends his hitting streak now to 8 games. I think it was 8 games. Let's see. I'm going to try another stolen base here. Why not? Yeah, I'll try to get another stolen base. So Donlin. Oh, looks like there's a conference at the mound. This might not be the best time to steal, and he's going to be off anyway. And this time he's safe. So Donlin and the Giants get their first steal of the day. It's 11th on the season. So Mertes with a chance to get an RBI here. 1 for 4 on the day. 2-1 the count. And that'll be lined to Wolverton at third. So Bresnahan 1 for 3 with a run scored. Swings and comes up empty. Oh, nice play by Wilhelm to retire the side. So I head to the bottom of the 9th now with the Beaneaters needing 5 to tie. Managed only 2 hits off of Taylor. And they're probably going to pinch hit for Wilhelm, I would think. He's 1 for 2 on the day. No, they're going to let him hit, surprisingly. And he's going to deliver. So Wilhelm gets his second hit of the day. See if they pinch run for him. Abadicio 0 for 3 on the day. So just 3 hits given up by Taylor, and 2 of them have been to the pitcher Wilhelm. I guess you got to keep him in. He's the only one that can figure him out. Oh, and another base hit, and he's going to be in there with a double. So the Beaneaters with the first 2 runners on here on the 9th. Runners on second and third with nobody out as Bresnahan goes out to talk to Taylor. Tenney up now, who has the other hit, 1 for 3. And a third hit. Wow, so 3 hits in a row. And 2 runs come in. And Tenney will be in there with it. So the Giants, the Beaneaters with a little rally here. I think we're going to get somebody up in the pen just in case. Our one reliever. That's the only thing I don't like about the dead ball era is that you don't have many relievers because they didn't use that many. Alrighty, so Delahanty, as Elliott starts warming up in the pen. Delahanty 0 for 3. Ball 1, too high. 2-0 the count. Taylor getting a little wild here. 3-0 the count. In there for a strike. This one's hit to right. Strang comes in and makes the catch. And Tenney holds at second. So 1 down now. Cannell 0 for 3 on the day. Ball 1. In there for a strike. 1-2 the count now. So Boston leads New York now 4-1 in the 7th. Oh, and he hits him. Oh, man, that's going to bring up the tying run. With just 1 down. Harry Wolverton 0 for 3. Makes Maggs is not very happy with what's going on here. Oh, now be out of play. So 1-1 the count now on Wolverton. Oh, that's going to go through for a base hit. 1 run comes in. My goodness. And the Beaneaters got a rally going here. Let's check him out. See how he is. Mound trip. Says he's strong. We're going to let him do 1 more. So Needham up now, representing the winning run. 0 for 3. Bresnahan goes out to talk to him. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Strike. Caught the inside corner. 1-2 the count now on Needham. Little dribble. This could be 2. No, we're not going to throw home. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Oh, they don't throw to first. So 5-4 now. As the Beaneaters fans are getting up and cheering now. They want to see a comeback here. Raymer 0 for 3. And this could be it. Fly ball to center. Donlin goes back and makes the catch. Wow. So the Giants had a little scare there, as the Beaneaters plated 4 in the bottom of the 9th after only having 2 hits up until the 9th. But they hold on and outlast the Beaneaters 5-4. My goodness. I don't know about outlast, but they hold on.
The final score from South End Grounds: New York 5, Boston 4. New York is on a 7-game winning streak. Boston has lost 5 straight. Dummy Taylor is the winner. He is now 4-1. Kaiser Wilhelm gets the loss. He is now 1-8 on the season. Dan McGann hit home run number 3 on the season. Time of the game: 1 hour, 57 minutes.
All right. The Giants survived. They'll go 34-13. Dummy Taylor with the win, 4-1 now. 9 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of them earned. 4 strikeouts. 103 pitches, 73 of them strikes. ERA now 3.31. Game score of 63. So Wilhelm falls to 1-8. He pitches, goes the distance. 9 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 5 runs, only 4 of them earned. 1 homer allowed to McGann. 4 walks and 6 strikeouts. 148 pitches, 86 strikes. 374 earned run average now. Game score 53. So, for the Giants, yeah, I say we'll have to figure out who our player of the game. I think it's going to go to McGann now, because Taylor would have been if he would have, but he had that little semi-meltdown in the 9th inning there, too. So he's not going to get the player of the game, fortunately. So Mike Donlin 1 for 5. Sam Mertes 1 for 5. Bresnahan 1 for 4 with a run scored. Also walked once. McGann 2 for 4. 3 runs scored, including the inside the park homer. Strang 0 for 4 with a RBI. Devlin 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI, also walked once. Bill Dowling 1 for 3 with an RBI and walked once. Gilbert 0 for 3 with a walk. And Taylor was 1 for 4. Abadicio 1 for 4 with a run scored. Fred Tenney 2 for 4 for the Beaneaters with a run scored and RBI. Delahunty was 0 for 4. Cannell 0 for 3 with a run scored. Wolverton 1 for 4 with an RBI. Needham 0 for 4 with an RBI. Raymer 0 for 4. Strobel 0 for 3. And Wilhelm, the pitcher, was their best hitter. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Well, Tenney, a couple of hits too with an RBI. So that is there. So yeah, I think we have Dan McGann. Let's see who the computer picked here. Yeah, no, Dummy Taylor still. I disagree with that one because of that 9th inning. I'm going to give it to McGann. So it would have been definitely, even if they would have scored maybe a couple runs, but 4 runs, that's on 4 hits in the 9th inning. Survived it, but one more hit and it might not be talking about a win. Anyway, it's kind of a sloppy game in the field. Donlin with an error, his 8th. Mertes with 2 in left field, and Tenney with 1, his 12th. Wow. Great play by Donlin. His 5th. So let's look at the score sheet for the New York Giants. Score sheet for the Beaneaters. Here's the recap. Almost all New York until that 9th inning. Well, it was all New York until that 9th inning. Play-by-play. And that is it. So let's check the standings now. Oh, Mr. Brody. Hopefully you're still there. Yep, so the Giants are now in first place by their lonesome with a 34-13 record. Cubs fall to 34-15. So they're 1 game behind, 2 games in the loss column. Let's take a look at the leaders here. Batting leaders. Giants have 3 in the top 10. Donlin 372. Bresnahan is second. Bresnahan fifth with 351, and Brown 329 is 10th. McGann, 3 home runs now, is 5th in the league, tied for 5th. Well, actually tied for 3rd, technically. McGann leads the league in runs batting with 45, 5 ahead of Wagner from Pittsburgh. Honus Wagner with 40. Bill Dowling surprised there with 35 runs batted in, 3rd place. So eventually we're going to get some guys up in the stolen base category. We just started stealing late, but we'll catch up soon. No leaders in the doubles. Wow, Seabold with 18. Of course, this is Major Leagues, American and National League. ERA, Christy Mathewson, 158, is 9th in the league. Wins, nobody with up there. Elliott, though, has 3 saves, tied for 1st. And team batting, not sure exactly what that is. Let's check it out here. So team batting, 287, far ahead, almost 20 points, 19 points ahead of Philadelphia. Phillies are 268. No, not in there in team pitching or team fielding. I didn't expect to be there in fielding. All-Stars, Bresnahan at catcher and McGann at first base, and also Mike Donlin in center. MVP, Mike Donlin, and Manager of the Year, John McGraw. So the Giants starting to separate themselves a little bit here. Hopefully we can get a little bit bigger lead in the division there. And go on to win the World Series once again. We'll have to definitely do another World Series here. Philadelphia is 4.5 games behind. Still a possibility we could have an all-Chicago World Series. Philadelphia in real life did actually win the division by, I think they had 92 and I want to say 56. I think they had 4 games rained out or something like that. And second place team, I can't remember who it was, but they were 4 games. They played 4 more games and they were all losses. So that's how Philadelphia won. So that is it. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, my co-host Mr. Brody and Miss Mags, with game number 47 of the New York Giants series. New York Giants 1905 season. I think they're starting a series next with the... Where is it? Those are our recent games here. Those are just recent games there. Let's go and see who's upcoming. So it looks like, yep, no, not, that's weird. I don't know, that's not filling in. Those are the headlines. So let's see, upcoming. Let's try that again. No, that's blanking out there, so let's check it out real quick. So, actually, they're going to be off tomorrow, so let's replay those. Oops. Ty Cobb isn't playing yet, so we're just going to fast play the Detroit games. Alright, so there we go. So we're going to start a new series with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.